Hi, my loves. We're here for an all signs reading. How you doing? Oh my god, I'm sorry. My camera setup was driving me mad. I want you to be able to see as many cards as possible. That's all. There we go. That's all right. Kind of nearly started a fire with my sage over there. All signs reading. I'm gonna start with oracle cards. I haven't pulled any oracle cards on the channel for yonks. Don't know why. I've just been so very tarot focused, but I thought we'd bring some oracle messages into it as well. These are general readings. I don't have any particular intention for them. What comes up in the energies is what comes up. To a certain extent, it's for you to take what I'm talking about and apply it to your life as you see fit. For different ones of you, it may apply to different areas of life. In that respect, I will keep it quite general. Specific things come through as well, so there's that. You'll get the idea how I do things. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back. Thanks, it's nice to see you. What else do I need to say before I get started? Nothing much really. Obviously, if you like the way I read, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. If it resonates, give it a like. It helps get the readings out in front of people who might find them helpful. And always, 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 I love your comments. Okay. Let's start with Sag. Timestamps. Of course, the video will be timestamped so that you can easily find your sign. I encourage you to check out various placements to get a fuller picture of what the hell's going on. But yeah, Sag, we always start with you, my loves. 145. Shall we get you one of these? Sacred Forest Oracle is what's going on for you. Let's see what we've got for you. And we'll pull some tarot as well. No, 3's too many, thank you. What have we got for Sagittarius, please? What does Sagittarius need to know? I don't read reversals on oracle decks, by the way. Eagle Spirit, Freedom. I like that. Number 13. Death card energy. Your way is cleared. This is like coming out of the other side of death card energy. Death card in itself can feel like a bit of a void. This is the freedom that waits for you on the other side of that void, Sagittarius. I very, very, very much like it for you. And it feels childlike. It's beautiful. Just with that unicorn in the bottom corner. And it feels like you have a broader perspective. You see how this eagle's flying high above everything? It's a bit like King of Swords in the old Lightseers deck. These are short readings. I won't dig through and find it. If it was a longer reading, I would. Yeah, it does feel a bit like King of Swords. Higher self. Just taking that step back and seeing your path more clearly because you've taken a big step back from it and you're not so focused on the details of being in it. That sort of thing. That makes sense for you, Sag. That feels like a kind of overall theme for what's going on for you at the moment. Let me put that there and I will get you some tarot. What shall we do? I guess we'll do a, I don't know what we'll do. Past, present, future. Shall we do that? We'll see what comes out. I'm on a pretty freestyle mood. What does Sag need to know, please? No, that's cards gone over there, so that feels more like future energy. 6 of Cups. Let's just see what else comes out. Okay. 4 of Cups. Reverse Tower. 5 of Wands. I'll show you what you've got. 4 of Cups, Reverse Tower, 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups came out. It's all fallen like this on my table. Broadly speaking, my table goes left to right, past to future, broadly speaking, when I'm freestyling it, if you know what I mean. What have we got on the bottom of the deck even? Knight of Wands. Wow, I feel like you've been kind of quite despondent, apathetic for a while, and then something's come along to shake you up. Yeah. Despondent to... Is this like general apathy, or is it towards a particular situation? Is this general apathy for Sag, or towards a particular situation? The Empress reversed, Queen of Swords. Towards yourself, I kind of feel like not holding yourself in very high regard here in this past energy, Sag. Really fed up with yourself, actually. Oh, cheery, cheery, cheery. It gets better. It gets better. I mean, this is the overall energy of your reading, right? We have to work through this shit sometimes. You have to work through this conflict to clear the way. You know how I said the way was, you've cleared the way? Well, this is you before you cleared the way. This is the conflict, and this is external energies as well that you're fighting with here with this Five of Wands. So it feels like the story goes, starting in the past, there's this sense of apathy here, Sag, towards your own life, towards your own desires, towards your own wants and needs, towards your own idea of what makes you happy. But something happened, Sag, because you've got a Tower. Now it is in reverse, it's a bit gentler than when it's upright. Oh my god, that's Sage. It's a little bit more in your control. It's not so imposed on you by the universe. It still feels quite surprising, but it's almost like you've surprised yourself. You've done something to shake yourself up a bit here. The nature of this Tower? Can you tell me more about the nature of this Tower for Sag? The Star, you've realised you need... Oh, I mean, the Star is the card that comes after the Tower. I mean, that is just beautiful. It links with that, to be honest. It's kind of the calm after the storm. You realised you needed to feel a sense of peace and a sense of ease, and that you needed to shake something up to achieve that sense of peace. But I don't know quite what that Tower moment is. It might not tell me because it just may be so very different for all of you. Can you tell me more about this Tower for Sag, please? Nine of Wands. We're not really getting anywhere with my digging, my loves. I mean, that is very much about clearing the way, because those wands are forming a barrier, aren't they? The way is blocked there. But it's like you're in the way of yourself. You've done something to get out of the way of yourself, but I'm just wondering what the nature of that Tower is, because it does feel quite big, even though it's in your control. The Hanged Man, yeah, I don't know. We're not getting anywhere. I think it's just because it's so different for all of you. It's certainly, there's the idea here of you looking at your own... Again. There's the idea here of you looking at your own spiritual needs, examining your own spiritual needs, Sag. It feels like a break from something. You've broken away from something. It could be a relationship, a job, it could be a house move. It feels like something like that. It could just be a holiday, frankly. Not necessarily a permanent break either, but it's like time out. Sag has taken time out here in this sort of current-ish, past-ish energy. Identified like the source of lots of conflict. Identified what's in the way between you and freedom, okay? And a lot of that work has involved looking at your past. Six of Cups is, you know, what happened to you in your past that has meant that you are up against these Nine of Wands barriers. It feels kind of soul-searching. It feels beautiful because the end result is freedom, a sense of liberation. You know, it feels like Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Shall we ask for advice moving forward? Advice moving forward for Sagittarius? Yes, the cat really wants to join in. She's a Taurus. I don't even know why she's here. We're not even on Earth signs yet. Advice moving forward. Sag, just be yourself. That's your card. What a beautiful card to get. Yeah, you're doing everything right. You don't even need to be here watching this. What's on the bottom of the deck? Knight of Wands. Yeah. Take that passion, that fire. You'll move forward just as your own beautiful self. You know, you're more in balance now. Now that you've identified certain barriers, certain things that are blocking your way, certain things that you need liberating from. You've liberated yourself from something here. Well done. Because it was getting you down. It really was getting you down, and you were being really quite harsh on yourself. But now there's just this sense of freedom, and it's like acceptance of the past as well. It's like you can sort of just look at this past event or this past circumstance that held you back, and it's like the sting of it is gone. It's like you can acknowledge that it happened, but the sting of it's gone. I'm going to leave it there, Sag. I hope that made sense. Let's look at Aries. Oh dear, these readings are too long already. 10:55. Aries, how are you? I hope you're well. Let's get you some cards. I'm going to start with an oracle card. Betty's very keen to help. What is it, Betty? Is it really helpful though? Is it? I don't know. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. I just thought I would say that while I am sorting out. Alright, let's get you an oracle card, Aries. Look at her. She's beautiful, I know, but also kind of annoying. I will I get all of this on one video? It's the other thing I'm wondering. Okay, Aries. Overall theme for Aries at the moment. These readings are timeless, by the way. Whenever you find them, there should be something for you. That's too many cards, though, but one's flipped. Okay, I'll take both of them. Bluebird Spirit Happiness. Lovely. Oh, and Patience. I've got two birds for you. Birds always... How many birds are in this deck? You don't always get birds in this deck. Birds often have me in the mind of messages. I feel with this patience thing, this patience card here, you may have been waiting for a message for a long time. I don't really read reversals in this oracle deck, but I do know that this came out reversed. You're not much is happening at the moment. I feel like you're in quite an independent energy. It's like you're waiting for a message to come in, and you're very hopeful about that message, that it's gonna literally bring you happiness. Whenever I get this card, it's kind of about maybe just accepting that at the moment there's not loads that you can do about the situation. I very much feel like what you're waiting on is out of your control. You leave those there for you. But let's see what the tarot's got to say about all this. Shall we? I wonder if you have any Aries in your charts. You know, I've not cast my cat's full birth charts. I just know they're Tauruses. Luck. It feels like happiness and luck. I think you feel like it kind of depends on luck whether this message is going to go your way or not. I don't know. Aries. Aries. Tell me more for Aries, please. A Six of Wands in reverse. I gotta say, I don't think this message is going to come in quite how you want it to, or how you expect it to, or how you hope it to. And I don't think that is in the long term going to be a bad thing. Yeah. I don't like it when I don't see happy. No, I have to give the message that I see, unfortunately. I don't bullshit, I don't sugarcoat. Don't take it if you don't feel it's yours. In the long run, this incoming message or this incoming news is just going to be seen to you as the most minor blip in your life. But I do feel in the short term it's painful. You may already be in this energy. This may be something from your past. Timelines are so very flexible, especially when we're doing collective readings. But you're going to see it. I mean, this is... failure would be a key word if we're talking Six of Wands reverse. And then attached to that we've got a Three of Swords, emotional pain. It's like you're going to see it as a failure, but you're being protected. You're actually being protected. Anything else for Aries? Anything else for Aries? Ace of Cups reversed. You may feel a sense of rejection. Oh God, Aries, I'm sorry. Take it all with a pinch of salt, alright? This may, for most of you, have already happened. So, I do know in the long run that this is happening to protect you. I can tell you that. It's either a false sense of victory. You're going to get an answer that's either going to be a false sense of victory and then it won't pan out how you want, or it's going to feel like a rejection, but in the long term it's protective. Anything else for Aries before we go? Advice for Aries. Advice for Aries moving forward. I don't like being the bearer. Oh, right. See, this is what I mean. It may be a rejection in love with the Ace of Cups reversed, but then moving forward, we see you with it. Oh, what did I tell you? Thank you. There's going to be some small sense of rejection. I'm not even, you see, you'll note when I kept saying it, I kept saying that you'll feel rejected. I don't necessarily think you are being rejected, but there's some sort of blip here that feels like a rejection. But moving forward, what do we have? I mean, if you think this is applying to a love situation for you, for example, moving forward, it's going to pan out absolutely beautifully. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. As I sensed it would before I even pulled the cards anyway. There's some small blip that feels big at the time. When you look back on it, you won't even think anything of it. And some small blip that's just diverting you a little bit somehow so that you can have the most beautiful sense of connection with someone. Or something, but for a lot of you, this does feel like a love reading. It's just maybe going to take a little bit longer than you thought, or there's going to be a little bit more of a barrier in the way to this. I think you can even see this for yourself, Aries, anyway. Two of Cups, you know, this is beautiful, pure, reciprocal love. It's kind of, I want to say simple. It is kind of simple. It's kind of uncomplicated. It's just beautiful, flowing, easy. And then this is just openness, vulnerability. You know, the emotions are just flowing beautifully in this energy after some sort of blip. And it's almost like with this blip, you might think, oh, I'm never going to be happy. I'm never going to be happy again now. But I feel like it's going to turn around quite quickly. And yeah, you've been waiting for this for a while. I don't know how else to say it. I hope that makes sense. I am now going to move on to Leo, and yeah, thanks Aries. Right, Leo, how are you? I hope you're all right. Excuse me, just cleaning up the cards from the Aries reading. I'm going to start with an oracle card for you, but let me just shuffle these back in. This is going to be a long video. Wasn't really my intention. What happens, happens. Right, Leo, let's kind of look at the overall energy for you as brought to you by the Sacred Forest Oracle. Leo, please. What have we got for Leo? Leo. Leo. Thank you. Protection. Interesting. I got a strong sense of protection from the Aries reading, actually. You're being protected. You might even feel that sense of being protected in a way you've not felt it before. Just weird shit that's happening to you. Like, weird shit that's happening to you that's affected your decision making. Maybe affected a route to work, or I don't know, a route to pick the kids up, or I don't know. And then I don't know, something bad happened on the route you normally go down. Something like that. I don't only feel that you are protected, I feel that you feel that protection. Like the universe is communicating that sense of you being protected to you in some sort of way. I'm going to get another card. Mushrooms. You might be having a sudden growth spurt. I don't mean physically. A sudden expansion of awareness. Anything else for Leo, please? Anything else for Leo? Thanks. Stability. Earth Spirit. You got two very green cards. That's a lot of earthy energy for you, Mr. Fire sign. Although as I say that, I am looking at the fire. The fire. Little fire lanterns. And we've got these two swans in the bottom. Which puts me in the mind of love. Let's see what the tarot's got to say. Stability. Finding your footing. And I just feel like this sense of being protected by the universe is helping you find your footing. This is quite earthy energy. This is quite pentacly energy. I feel like I'm looking at a Leo that is quite invested in the 3D. In fact, to the extent that when I'm saying all this stuff about protection, you're just like, yeah, whatever. What's real is real is real. Can I touch it? Is it real? Is it there? Is it stable? You know? None of this airy fairy woo woo shit for this Leo, thank you very much. Tarot reader woman. Something like that. Let's see what we get for you. Tell me more for Leo, please. No, I really do feel you're trying to build a sense of stability in your environment. Maybe your home specifically, maybe career-wise, pentacles-wise. That's it. I don't know. I feel like your efforts are very focused there at the moment. In many senses. The Chariot reversed. And yet you feel a little stuck. It's almost like you're too stable. Stability and the Chariot in reverse. There's a sense that you're too stable. You're stuck in the mud. It feels a bit like Knight of Pentacles energy. Comfort zone. I think you've built a very comfortable Pentacles based environment for yourself. It's like you're the king of your castle. It's almost like that sense of protection. That sense of protection, safety and stability comes from your pentacles at the moment. But to the point that you're feeling a bit stuck, and I think Spirit's saying, should you maybe think about coming out of your comfort zone a bit here, Leo? Something like that. Ace of Pentacles, yes, 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 of course. Investing long term. Investing in things for a positive long-term outcome regarding feeling safe and stable. But there's something There's something weighed down about the energy that I can't quite put my finger on. Do you feel like you've made a binary choice? I don't know. This black and white chariot. I think, oh God, is it like you think you have, if you choose that stability, then you can't, there's other choices you've had to therefore turn down? There's some sort of sense of black and white thinking and a binary choice having been made here. Leo, for you. Okay. Anything else? The strength. You see, that's you, but you're in reverse. There's something a little bit up here. And I'm not going to be able to get at it properly in a quick reading. How am I going to approach this, Leo? Well, it's your heart, isn't it? It's like you've chosen Pentacles over your heart, because we've got a Queen of Cups in reverse, but it's not left you feeling fully yourself. I don't believe, Leo. Let me know in the comments. Tell me how wrong I am. Whatever this Queen of Cups energy represents for you, which I think concerns, if not a romantic relationship, at least emotions in some way. Your own feelings, your own emotions, I don't know. Your love energy. Your love energy, it feels blocked. It feels like the only way you can feel protected and stable and grounded is to block your heart. It's like you think there's a choice. You choose the Pentacles or you choose the Cups. You choose the Pentacles or you choose the Cups. It's almost like having them both moving in the same direction is not something that's at least happening for you at the moment. Maybe the binary choices isn't quite the right way of putting it, but you just don't feel they're both moving in the same direction at the moment. So you are driving your chariot forward with Pentacles. I mean, look, who am I to tell you that that's right or wrong? It's just what's being thrown up. So it's all just food for thought for you. But I would prefer to see this Queen of Cups energy upright for you. But I'm sure you've got your reasons at the same time, you know. So advice for Leo? Yeah, we'll go to the Witches for this. The Witches is good at this shit. I don't know. I feel like you could align your Cups and your Pentacles, and then both these energies would come upright. So advice for you as to how to do that, maybe. Let's ask that. Advice for Leo balancing Cups and Pentacles. High Priest, you got to give yourself permission, baby. You've got it. Oh my God. You got to give yourself permission. High Priest and the King of Pentacles. Yes, King of Pentacles is this energy, this pentacle energy that I was talking about all over. It's that absolute focus on kind of being financially stable, but environmentally stable, you know, physically, your surroundings stable, all that sort of stability in that sort of area of life. It's all that. Is the King of Pentacles, is all that, and then the High Priestess shows up, and we're asking about balancing it out. It's like you've got to give yourself permission to feel. You've got to give yourself permission to have this energy upright, and to kind of, because I do feel you'll be more yourself then, because you're not showing up quite as yourself at the moment, Leo. I don't know if I feel like I've had this before for you. Six of Pentacles is all about balance. It's very, for some of you, I think this sense of pragmatic groundedness that is just leading to being dragged down. Though it feels dragged down, it may come from some sort of religious upbringing, which I often think when I see the High Priest, may be linked to some sort of religious upbringing. But if not that exactly, it is about cultural and social values that you've sort of embodied. Yeah, and society does place a lot of focus on the pentacle, I guess. So I guess you're just being asked to kind of look at what values truly feel like they truly fit with you. And it might be that some of those values that you think are yours maybe aren't yours, and that might allow you to more fully embrace this Cups energy and bring your, because it's like, you know, say this is the Cups and this is the Pentacles, it's like the Pentacles is moving forward, but it's almost like, because this guy who represents the Cups, he's just kind of being dragged along, he's not kind of fully participating, and it's just like your heart's not kind of fully participating or something like that, Leo. It's all food for thought. Whatever, I'm just saying it how I see it. Hope that makes sense for you, and I am going to move on to Virgo. 3050. Oh my word. Virgo, how are you? Let's get you some oracle cards, my loves. Okay, I've got a cat on my knee. It's all kind of a bit awkward. Oh, why have I picked up? Oh my god, what am I doing? Have I put these? Yes, well done. Well, it looks like we're going to a different oracle deck for you, Virgo, but should we just actually, yes, make sure the cards are present and correct. So let's get you an oracle card to set the tone for the overall energy here. Virgo. Here we are. Sun, paint the sun back into your sky. Number 11, maybe you're seeing the number 11 around. Reduces to 2, and yes, I feel you in quite the independent energy. Let's just get you one more. Paint the sun back into your sky. I like the idea that you're in control of your destiny here. I like her blue hair. In fact, I like her whole get-up. Very expressive. She's very expressive. She's expressing via clothes and hair. And then painting, like, I know it's kind of metaphorical, but there's a lot here about self-expression, Virgo. And not being afraid of that. Anything else for Virgo, please? Stars. Oh, you get the stars and the sun. How lovely! Look at that. Bloody love it. Stars and the sun. You might be quite active at night at the moment, Virgo. She says, telling on herself. As a Virgo, I love it. It's like a library, but there's no roof. It's just stars. Yeah, you might be being a bit of a night owl. Manifestation. This is about, like, taking action towards your dreams. Your star. Your dreams. What you want to manifest. It's not just sitting there and bloody wishing upon a star, it's taking the action as well. She's taking the action directly by painting in that particular picture, but also I do feel she's taking action by truly and honestly expressing herself via whatever medium she sees fit. Says me, the Virgo, who's wearing bright red lipstick today. You know, that sort of thing. Just ignore anybody else's rules and do what you want. Right, I'm going to dye your hair blue, that sort of shit. Let's see what Tarot's got for you, my loves. Tarot for Virgo, anything else for Virgo? Oh, you've got an upright chariot. I just had a chariot for Leo. How interesting. You are less stuck, much less stuck, much more in the flow here. Yes, I love it for you, Virgo. Your energies are flowing so beautifully. And of course, what's behind this chariot? Ultimately, what is driving this chariot is love. I'm just getting drawn to all the stars on, like, the... You know, you look at these cards every day and then there's always something new to pick up on, and it links back to the oracle cards. It's cool. He's not actually going anywhere in this chariot, though. I mean, I do feel like the energy is flowing beautifully, but sometimes the chariot is right before we actually translate that energy into physical movement. So I do think you might be quite right on the cusp of translating that energy into physical movement. I also think some of you are too tired because you've been up too late. I just got to say it. I just got to say it, Virgo. Virgo. Oh, who is driving that chariot is the Emperor. Yes. And then we've got reverse King of Wands. No, that's someone else's energy. That's someone else's energy. Someone's potentially trying to hold you back a little here. They ain't going to do it. It's not going to work. I mean, look at these two majors that have turned up right off the bat. And the Emperor is who is driving that chariot. And then the Emperor card just shows up. And then just no. Just everything. Just beautiful. This is quite stable. You're coming from quite a stable, grounded place. But it's like a truly stable, grounded place. Not a I'm stuck and I'm unable to get out of my comfort zone because I'm scared. I mean, yes, there may be some fear. Fear is a feeling, and you may well be feeling it at points, but it's not holding you back. It's not forcing you to stay in any sort of comfort zone. This is an outward facing Emperor. His Emperor is taking action. If you are not taking action already, you are on the cusp of taking action. I do believe there's someone in your energy who's trying to prevent you from taking action, though. Maybe not actively trying to prevent you from taking action, but the end result of them being in your energy is it's having a bit of a holding you back effect. Tell me more about this King of Wands, please. I mean, it could be a fire sign. Tell me more about this King of Wands energy, please, for the World reverse, because you feel you've got unfinished business with them. You feel you haven't quite cycled out of something with them and it's holding you back. It's holding you back, Virgo, yep. Tell me more about this reverse King of Wands for Virgo. Page of Cups. You want an apology from them. Yeah. That's fine. It's fine to want an apology, but you cannot base your moving forward on getting that apology. Other people are other people. They never do what we want them to. You know, and if they do, they do. But you cannot base your moving forward on that. And you're realising that anyway. Paint the sun back in your sky. You know, you are taking responsibility for painting that sun. You're not waiting for someone to apologise so that you can free yourself up and paint it. But I do see that it's still there in your energy somewhat. Fair enough. It's a, you know, it's a world reversed. It's like, it's major arcana. It's that sense of something's not quite completed, something's unfinished. It's a horrible feeling, so fair enough, Virgo, but you're not letting it stop you anyway. But, you know, obviously it's coming up in the reading just so that the universe knows what you're going through, I guess. That's the whole point of these readings half the time, right? Anything else about this reverse King of Wands? Anything else about this reverse King of Wands? There may be some jealousy, and I don't know if that's you or them. Page of Cups in reverse does have me in the mind of jealousy. And actually, someone may be experiencing quite overwhelming emotions. I don't really feel like it's you, though, because you're the Emperor. Anything else for Virgo regarding this King of Wands? A reverse High Priestess. Someone's hiding something. There is, yeah, I mean, I fully understand why you feel held back by this energy. Because there's something that's there's either something that's unknown to you from another energy, or there's something you really want another energy to know that's sort of being kept from them. Or also you, Virgo, might be keeping something from yourself. Or not seeing something about the situation, but I more feel this is someone else's energy. High Priestess in reverse. It feels, don't want to say secretive. Does secret feel too strong a word? Yes, it does feel too strong a word, but something's not been aired. Something's not been aired that, and I think energetically you feel that it should have been, but the point is it hasn't, and you're just like, well, fine, fuck it. I'm not going to be the one to do anything about this. That's all right. I will pull a card for advice for you. I don't know if the universe is trying to say this Emperor might be being a bit too stubborn almost. I don't know, but that's for you to consider. But like, oh, I mean, I think you're doing beautifully, Virgo. Advice for Virgo moving forward, please. Advice for Virgo moving forward. We've got reverse lovers, reverse 5 of cups, and reverse 2 of swords. I mean, some of this high priestess energy may well belong to you, looking at these, to be fair. There's a sense of regret here, there's a sense of confusion. A choice. You're basically telling me you're making a choice by not making a choice. You made a choice. It's not the most active choice somehow. It's a choice. You've made a choice by doing nothing, basically. So that was your choice. There is some emotional loss attached to it. Yeah. This is all very interesting and I could dig under these energies for ages, but I'm just doing a small reading. Let me just try and get this, because I was pulling for advice and I don't feel it's very succinct because we've got 2 cards of choice out in reverse. Just one final card to clarify for Virgo, please. Or 2. Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. Yeah. So that was their energy, King of Wands, and now you're showing up as a... You're both reversed. Oh my God. And then there's a reversed Ace of Cups between you. Yeah. Okay. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I don't know what situation this relates to. Friendship, romantic, whatever. But when they come together, shit can get really difficult. And I think that's what's happened here. Shit's got really difficult between you and a reverse King of Wands. You're showing up as the reverse Queen of Wands. It's almost like you're magnets that repel one another. Whereas at one point you were magnets that attracted one another. And I know there's a... I'm not talking about twin flame shit, by the way, because I don't indulge in that. Sorry, unsubscribe if you don't like it. I did a little bit for a while, but like, I just don't know why we need that label. I think it's really... I could do a whole rant about it. I'm not going to go into it. The energy here is very interesting, though. It is... Yeah. The Ace of Cups, the energy between you, obviously I think it was like this at one point and now it's like this, and I think you're better concentrating on like your own personal cup. Your own personal cup of love, getting that upright again, filling that cup directly from source, okay? And the energetic link between you and this person that's holding you back. I don't know what will happen. I understand why you feel the way you do. The world in reverse is never fun, because it does always feel like it ought to come back around, or it might come back around, but you can only do your end, Virgo, and what you need to do for your end is connect with source and fill your own cup. Paint the sun in your own sky. I'm digging and digging for advice, and really it's right there in the first card we pulled, my loves. I've gone on too long for your reading. I'm going to leave it there. I got nosy. The readings tend to get longer and longer the more I go on. Thank you very much, Virgo. I hope that helped you in some way. I hope you felt heard. That's a big part of why I do what I do. Okay, Taurus, my loves, 4453. Let's get you an oracle card, Taurus, to start with. What do you want? Do you want Believe in Your Own Magic, or do you want Sacred Forest? Ooh, I'm going Sacred Forest, I think, with you. We just went on a bit of a detour with Virgo, but I'm going to go back to Sacred Forest for you. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest. As always. Oh, it's getting dark and gloomy outside. Oh, I hope my phone doesn't cut these videos up. It makes my life so difficult. Alright. Taurus. First out the bat for Taurus, please. Oh, it always confuses me when I get this card because it's the same as the back. Transcending for you, Taurus. 28. Reduces to 1. Yes, it feels quite childlike, feels playful, feels freeing. Anything else for Taurus, please? Which is quite nice to see, actually, because you're often very, very grounded. But this is, to be fair, this energy is hard to deal with, actually, unless you do have a good sense of groundedness. You have to bring this shit back down to earth. Else you are just away with the fairies, blah, 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 blah. We've all been there. Well, I have. So this is nice. This is nice, Taurus. I like it. Anything else for Taurus? This is about integrating. I think this whole little mini read for you is about integrating. Shit. Integrating 5D shit. Anything else for Taurus, please? Yes. Oh my god. Here I am talking about grounding, and then we've got this blooming massive, sturdy Taurian oak tree with all its strong roots. I mean, it's what I said. I love it. Yeah, you can float around in the 5D, you can meditate, you can astral project, whatever, dream, you know, enter altered states of consciousness via various means, and I'm not going to get into which ones might be good or bad. You do whatever, but you've got to bring it back down to earth. And this is you doing that, Taurus. You know, we might even be talking about just a bit of escapism, reading a book, watching a film, you know, with this. And then just bringing it back down to earth. I love it. Taurus, let's see what the tarot's got for you. Taurus. What does Taurus need to know, please? What does Taurus need to know? Six of Pentacles. Where did I just go then? This is it. Yeah. You got to stay grounded, my loves. And I got to practice what I preach. Not sure. Let's get something else. Well, it's balance, isn't it? Six of Pentacles. It is. Those are the scales of justice. No. Those are the scales of justice. Came out sideways. Bit flip-flopping energy. Flip-flopping energy, she says, as the Two of Swords comes out. What's this all about? What's this all about? Are you trying to make a decision? You're trying to make a decision. You're trying to make a decision. Trying to make a decision. You're flip-flopping. You're flip-flopping between two possibilities. It's like when you have this sense of freedom, when you're in this energy, it's a sort of childlike energy, there's a sense of freedom about it, there's a sense of liberation about it. It's almost like when you're in this energy, you reach a certain conclusion about what decision you should make, and then you come back down to earth, and you're like, well, that's ridiculous. I can't do that. What is this? And also there's something you're not seeing, by the way, because that's the Two of Swords. There's a blindfold. There's something you're not seeing. I'm just trying to work out what I can do to get the most out of this reading for you. What does this decision pertain to? Let's go either side. Let's go either side of this Two of Swords and see. We'll see what each side of the decision involves, and then we'll look at outcome. I'll do 2 cards either side of this Two of Swords. That's what I will do. Okay. No. Okay. What's either side of this decision for Taurus, please? Okay. A 9 of Swords. And a Devil. Well, you just feel like you're caught between a rock and a hard place, don't you? You feel like neither decision is going to have a good outcome. Let's look at the outcome. Let's look at the outcome. Yes, because you're not seeing something about the situation, because you're not meant to, and I'm not meant to either, frankly. This is it feels like it's a decision between carrying on with a certain pattern, routine, addiction, I don't know, a certain way of behaving, versus not, basically. But the not is going to cause you anxiety. But it is in reverse, so I think you know you can deal with that anxiety. Yes, yes. You can move away, yeah. Underneath the 9 of Swords, we've got the 6 of Swords. You see how I'm just going either side of the 2 of Swords for you here. And then on this Devil side, carrying on with this Devil energy. Yes, no. Queen of Swords reverse. I do believe you're not going to be very pleased with yourself if you continue on with this Devil energy, whatever it is. You are going to berate yourself, but probably in a way that's going to... It feels shameful. It doesn't feel productive. I think shame often isn't very productive. It doesn't really help us alter our behaviours. So there's something down this side of this 2 of Swords. There's an attachment to something that's not serving you, and then carrying on with that is going to cause you shame, and you're just going to berate yourself and be very cross at yourself. And then there is an alternative. There is an alternative here that's hard, but better. It's a release of anxiety. It is walking away from the storminess that's attached to this Devil energy. And towards a place of refuge. I always believe with the 6 of Swords, she's going, it's sad and it's hard, but she's going towards a place of refuge. So I believe there's that on one side, and then there's continuing with what you're already doing on this side. That's basically seems to be your choice. No, continue with what I've already got, what I'm already doing, or move away from it. And I think when you're in this energy, you're like, yes, I definitely need to move away from it. And I can move away from it. And then when you're in this energy, you're like, no, I've got to be strong. I've got to stay. This is my lot in life. Something like that. Something like that. Does that make sense for you, Taurus? Final piece of advice. I hate giving advice. I don't know why I keep doing this. Final piece of advice for Taurus. The Moon. Okay. The Moon and the King of Pentacles in reverse. There's something you're denying about this situation is the best I can give you in a short reading. There's something you're denying about this situation because you've got a 2 of Swords with the blindfold, and then you've got a Moon. And I feel like this King of Pentacles is someone else's energy, or at least the energy attached to a job, or an energy attached... It's the energy that's around this Devil. The King of Pentacles can be very controlling, very financially controlling specifically, or very controlling of the environment. I think sometimes whatever that energy is, that however that energy manifests in your life, whoever or whatever this is, I think you sometimes put the knowledge of that controlling behaviour underneath your own moon, as i.e. you deny it. I'm not having a go at you for doing this, because we humans adopt these ways of being in order to protect ourselves in the moment the best that we can. So, but I'm just saying that's what the card's throwing up, so that I say it to hopefully potentially give you more clarity, not to cause you pain. And I do believe it can bring you that. Okay, Taurus, not the cheeriest reading. I'm sorry. I do believe there is a sense of freedom and liberation for you down this path. Refuge. Refuge is the word I would use. A sense of refuge. Taurus, thank you very much for being here. I hope you got something out of that. Capricorn is up next. Oh, I think Capricorn might need a bit of believe in your own magic. Hi, Capricorn. Where are we at? 55, 25. Excellent. Right, let's go in with an oracle card for you, my loves. Let me just... Alright, that'll do for now. Believe in your own magic, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. What have we got for Capricorn? Capricorn, what have we got for you? Bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. That's a hell of a lot of Seven of Wands energy on right there for you, Capricorn. No, that's far too many cards. Capricorn. Capricorn. Garden. Something lovely will grow from this. I'm very drawn to that flower she's holding and that red crystal necklace. Necklace? Necklace. 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 I don't know. It's quite a bright red necklace and quite a bright red flower. And then also this is bright. In both instances she's holding something very bright and shining in her hands. Hands. Making, creating. She's put her sword down, you'll notice. She's put her sword down. That's kind of like logic, thinking, rationality. She's put her sword down to hold a flower, which to me is here is representative of emotions. And then here she's holding the flame. There's fire energy, Wands energy. So it's almost like you put your swords down. You put your swords down, Capricorn. You're just taking a bit of a break from being so logical about everything. And you're getting in touch with your feelings and your fire is how it's coming through to me. And that is allowing something beautiful to grow. I wonder what, I'm going to ask. But it's also, I'm seeing this Wands as a beautiful, I'm seeing this bitch fire as a kind of beautiful self-expression, but quite a feisty. Yeah, well, like it says, standing up for yourself. So it's like standing up for yourself is so important for growth, isn't it? Whatever the situation, you have to make your needs known, else no growth can happen. Something lovely will grow from this. Let's find out what. Because I feel that you've shifted your energy a bit away from being so logical and into a more heart-based and root chakra, fire-based. It feels quite ambitious, feisty, but also just beautiful. So what could grow from this for Capricorn? Because, yes, death, yeah, well, yeah. You've cleared the way for yourself, basically. That's why you put your sword down, right? Because the death card is also all about clearing the way for something new to grow. But it's like you finished doing that chopping down of everything. And yeah, maybe you had to use quite a lot of logic to chop certain things away, but now it's like to move forward, that sword can be put down and it's about expression and creativity. I'm standing up for yourself. So what can grow? You're coming out the other end of this death energy, this void. You might have felt like you've been in a void, but now it is time for things to grow for you. And also, if things aren't growing the way you want, making sure you shift the energy so that things are growing the way you want, right? This feels to me like, you know, ambition, drive, purpose, some sort of vision of what you want. So what is going to grow from this? What will be the positive outcome from this? Because it feels very positive. What will be the positive outcome from this for Capricorn, please? A Knight of Cups reversed. And a Moon. Ooh, really getting under your own moon energy there. To find out what's blocking your flow of emotion. It's like you've been using this kind of sword here to go underneath your own moon, which is you know, I talk about moon energy. It's like when you put stuff under a moon, it's kind of, you just buried it or put it aside or put it in a box because consciously or subconsciously at that moment in time you couldn't deal with it, but now it's like you've opened that box because you know in that box contains the reasons why your creative expression and your creative flow and your love energy gets blocked. And I feel like you've been identifying your own blocks. So what's the positive outcome from this though is probably going to be that Knight of Cups energy upright sort of thing. What's the positive outcome of this for Capricorn? I keep wanting to call it, oh gosh. I mean, that is 2 cards of examining your own shadows. There's been some serious shadow work going on here. It might be pretty ongoing because it keeps coming at me. But something beautiful will grow from this, and I'm just trying to work out what. I mean, look, we can see there's so much abundance in that High Priestess card. All those pomegranates. So, yeah, once you've done, well, I say once you've done that work, like it's not ongoing, like it has a finite endpoint, and of course it doesn't. But, you know, having said that, there's definitely good stuff on its way to you now because you've cleared the way, or if you haven't cleared the way already, this is your motivation to do so. What's going to grow from this for Capricorn? What's going to grow from this? I don't think they want to tell me. I'm getting that distinct impression. Yeah, no, there's a block on it. There's a block on it. The universe doesn't want to tell me. The universe doesn't want to tell you. Interestingly, 7 of Wands absolutely matches that bitch fire energy. But it's also telling me there's a block on the question that I'm asking, which is what's going to grow from this. It's almost like if you knew. It's like the hopes and fears in the Celtic cross. Or I think what you hope is going to come from it is going to come from it. But because you hope for that and you fear it at the same time, it's like the universe just doesn't want to reveal it to you. Or the exact form it's going to take. But I do feel like it's going to meet your hopes, but it's also going to meet your fears. It's almost like if I told you what it was, you'd be very defensive about it and you'd potentially push it away. Something like that. Does that make sense? Capricorn, it's all looking beautiful, but the universe, we are not to know. We are not to know at this time. You will find out, and I do think it will be beautiful. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Let's move on to Aquarius. 103. 18. Aquarius, how are you? I hope you're all right. I think you need to believe in your own magic oracle card to open with, don't you? I do believe that is what you need. Tell you what resonates, leave the rest, as always. I mean, I probably said that in the big blurb at the beginning, but I do like to say it again. Aquarius. Overall energy for Aquarius, please. Clover, release your guilt. Number 21. I always think of 4-leaf clovers when I see this card. They are 4-leaf clovers that are being picked. That may be a literal wink from the universe for you. You may have literally found a 4-leaf clover recently. You may feel like you've had a run of good luck recently. You may feel like the universe has been sending you signs recently. Anything else for Aquarius? Oh yes, you never needed those wings to fly. an 8. Quite an individual energy. So there's this sense of flying in your energy, Aquarius, i.e. reaching your true potential, or beginning to reach your true potential, or embarking on something that you think can uncover your true potential. And it feels kind of like this, like how she looks. There's also attached to it a sense of guilt at not having done this sooner. Okay, and release your guilt is what the universe is trying to say to you. Because you didn't know what you know now then, when you didn't do the thing. You didn't have the information you had, you didn't have the skills you had, you didn't have the knowledge you had, alright? So, yes, you absolutely have to forgive yourself for not doing then what you were doing now. You know? Late bloomer. I want to say late bloomer. This feels like you might be a late bloomer. Well, the soul has no deadline. True story. Alright, let's see what tarot's got for you. A tarot for Aquarius. Can we have something for Aquarius, please? A 6 of Wands. That's very spinny energy. Oh, God. What is it with this flip-flopping? I mean, this is you very much in that wings energy. There's momentum in that 6 of Wands card. You know, there's ambition. I don't know. It feels really positive, and then the blooming 2 of Swords comes out. What, you're second guessing yourself? You're second guessing yourself. What's at the root of that then? Let's see what's at the root of this 2 of Swords. Why are you second? Because this feels like a really positive move to me, and that's backed up by the 6 of Wands, but then there's like you going, well, overthinking it essentially. Okay, what's at the root of this 2 of Swords for Aquarius, please? A reverse 4 of Wands. A relationship of some sort. This feels... Didn't I say that feels like quite independent energy? So you've had to leave something behind. To move forward with this level of momentum and motivation, you've had to leave something behind relating to your home space or relating to a relationship, and that's what's causing you to second guess yourself. Anything else about this 4 of Wands, please? Justice. Doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel fair that you've had to leave. Oh. Did someone force a choice on you? Like it's this or it's me? It feels like someone's forced that on you. Like you choose the job or you choose me. And you chose the job. I mean, it may not be an actual literal job. In fact, it most likely isn't. But you regard it as very unfair that was an... Oh, ultimatum's the word I'm looking for. Feels like someone gave you an ultimatum. I would agree with you. I don't think that is very fair. I mean, obviously I've got no context, but anyway, you feel it's unfair, and that's what matters to me, is how you feel about it. So you think you should have been able to have both. You should have been able to have it all. You shouldn't have had to have made this choice. Ah, that as well. Yeah, new opportunity, but bittersweet. Yes, emotional pain attached to walking away from this 4 of Wands, which just could literally be your home or it could be a relationship. But for some reason, it's like you've had to make a binary choice where you think it shouldn't have been a binary choice. I think this is the reason for some of this guilt is leaving behind a home space or leaving behind a relationship when you wanted to keep the relationship or the home and do the thing. I do not know what the thing is, but it feels like you following your path. It feels yeah, I don't know. It just feels kind of freeing in a way. But I think, oh cat, come on. I think you feel kind of guilty for having some sort of sense of freedom or something that maybe someone or someone you've left behind doesn't or something. Maybe you wanted them to go with you and they wouldn't go with you. And now you feel guilty that they're alone. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. Advice. Let's just get you some advice moving forward. Advice for Aquarius moving forward. The reverse magician, the reverse empress, reverse death. You've got to just focus on yourself. Self-care. Such a buzzword. But truly and honestly, you've got to be compassionate towards yourself. This is all... They've all come out reversed. This is all energy directed towards yourself. I think you've got to focus... What can you focus on yourself? You've got a lot of useful skills. You've got a lot of resources. You know, this is all the suits of tarot is in this magician card. So that's all the different resources that are available to you. I feel like you have an abundance of those resources, and it's time to direct them towards yourself, kind of without the guilt. Without the guilt. For once. And yes, that has brought an end to something. But I guess if you focusing on yourself in the way you have and you feel is right for you, and if you feel you're acting with integrity to put all this energy towards yourself and someone else views that as unfair, then I guess that tells you, and it doesn't tell you who's right or wrong. I don't think that applies, but it just tells you about the dynamic between you and the different directions you want to move in and your different approaches and that sort of thing, really. So literally, and marriage could have ended, by the way, for some of you. 4 of Wands in reverse, justice. Don't know why I didn't say that sooner. Yes, absolutely. Marriage could have ended. But all this energy appears to be giving you a bit of a second guessing thing, but I think guilt is at the root of it. I think feeling guilty for perhaps putting more of your energy towards yourself than you have done in the past within this dynamic or something like that. So, but you know, this was first out, wasn't it? So I guess that's your take-home message, my loves. Okay, thank you, Aquarius. I hope that made some sense to you. Let's move on now to Libra. I may have to stop for a toilet break. Let me see if I can successfully pause this video. Oh yeah, it's still recording. I didn't mess it up. Hi Libra. You're alright. Quick toilet break. Let's get you a oracle card. Believe in your own magic. Just to set the scene and give an overall vibe of your energy. Libra. Beautiful. Thank you. Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. I don't read reversals for oracle decks, really. Ooh, swim away from this situation. Ooh, 35 and 36. I put them in order even before I saw the numbers. Interesting. Wow, Oracle's got some serious shit to say to you. You've got 2 numbers in order, and you've got a bit of a warning. Swim away from this situation because you don't need someone else to fix you. Ooh, Libra. That's some serious shit. I like the way the shell. I like the way the shell is carried through from this card to this card. Anyway, maybe shells are of significance to you for some reason. And we're gonna have to dig into this with some tarot, aren't we? The way this is coming through to me, I've just got a shell around the neck as well, is someone else. I feel like someone else has you quite convinced that they need to be in your life, else you will fall apart. Perhaps this is a past energy for some of you. Yeah, that is not the greatest behaviour, is it, from someone to convince You know, good luck without me. You'll be nothing without me. You'll never find anyone better. You're going to die alone, Libra. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm making a bit of a joke of it, but this is the type of energy that they are sending towards you. That you need them. I mean, there is nothing wrong with healthy interdependence between people. That is what we're wired for. But this does not feel healthy. Cold tea, delicious. I wonder if she's drinking cold tea. Yeah, this feels codependent as it gets called, you know. Of course you would function without them perfectly well. And be all the more beautiful for it, right? Because look, this is what happens when this has got a name, hasn't it? This type of pottery where we... it's Japanese, I can't remember the name of it. The cracks, you know, we use gold on the cracks. Beauty. Bring beauty to the broken pieces of you. It's quite nice. And you can do that yourself. You don't need someone else. Four of Wands reversed. You see, that speaks to the ending of a relationship. This does feel like relationship energy. Who is this guy? It's this guy. Who is this guy? You need to swim away from this guy. Because he is feeding you a whole load of bullshit, Libra. Tell me more about this dickhead. Let's just pull a bit on that energy. Tell me more about this person. What are they saying to Libra? King of Swords. They certainly come through as very confident with their voice, confident with their words. I tell you what, though, the King of Swords can be an absolute fucker when it comes to speaking the truth. He uses truth as a cover for cruelty. He can be a bully. Oh, I'm only being honest. Yeah, you didn't have to be honest like that. You did not have to, like, you know, like someone will just hurl a load of abuse at you and they'll go, well, you wanted me to be honest. I'm only being honest. I'm like, yeah, that's not it. That was just flat out abuse. Don't try and excuse it with under the guise of honesty, especially when you're not honest the rest of the time, which I don't think this person is. Oh, look, now we've got a reverse Queen of Swords. Hoo-hee, hoo-hee. I will say I feel this is more your energy, by the way, because this is you absorbing this energy from this King of Swords, this very critical, bullying energy, and then it's like you're applying that criticism and bullying to yourself. I don't know who this person is in your life. It may not necessarily be a romantic partnership. It could be a father figure. For some of you, this is quite a bullying energy. I can see why the universe is saying swim away from this situation. I can also see why you, Libra, may not be saying that, because when someone's like that, it's very hard to move away from them, especially if they do have you convinced that you need them in your life in order for you to be fixed. I will say, though, the other thing that's coming up here is that you may feel the need to fix them. Often people like that do prey on people who have a need to fix other people. And of course you can't do that for them any more than they can do that for you. You can both stand by each other's sides and help each other in that process. But that is not what is happening here. This dynamic is not good. I will tell you, when I get a King and Queen of Swords together anyway, it can be very, very tricky. It can be very, very tricky. And then we've got the context of this Queen being reversed, and we've got this Oracle card context. This just does not feel like two people in a healthy dynamic whatsoever. Oh, we are not sugarcoating it today, are we? We are not. I mean, yes, you're straight up being advised to... Let's look at the barriers to you swimming away from this situation, because that's what you're being advised. But I know it's not that easy. Don't think I don't know that. Don't think I'm just flippantly telling you to move out of this dynamic. It's not that easy, and I know that full well. What are the barriers towards Libra moving away from this dynamic? As advised. Yeah, oh God, yeah, the pain, the pain, the pain, the heartbreak, the pain. Absolutely. You see how that cup's broken. You don't even want that cup to break. You want to stop that cup breaking in the first place. Well, I tell you, I do think that cup is already broken, but it's like you're just trying to hold the pieces together and stop it breaking anymore. And I think it's already broken. I think your heart is already broken in this situation. But you think if you stay in this situation, you can fix your broken heart. And you think, because this is, yeah, I get it. I totally understand. You are looking towards the very person who has hurt you to heal the pain. I know. It's called a trauma bond. This just has got trauma bond written all over it. Sorry, I don't want to bloody diagnose shit. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. I just got to say it as I see it, and that's what I see, so I don't know. If you've not come across that term before, Googling it may provide you with some clarity. You may ring a few bells and think, oh shit, yes, that's what's happening. It's when you continually just turn towards the person who's hurt you to try and fix you. And of course you can get rifts in relationships that of course can be healed by you working together, but this is not that. This is not that. This King of Swords energy, which should come out upright, it's cutting, it's cruel, it feels cutting and cruel. And I don't know who it is, but there is about a 0.01% chance you will get any form of repair or restoration from that energy that has hurt you. I mean, I'm not saying people don't ever change. I suppose they do sometimes, and I probably shouldn't even say 0.01 because that is the hope that you hang on to when you're into this situation. I know. Look, you'll move out of this situation when you're ready for it. I know, because I've been there. Any advice for Libra moving forward? These readings have not been the cheeriest. See, do you know what? Oracle cards are supposed to bloody lighten the mood, and they've made these readings hard. 7 of Wands, right? I don't feel you, whatever this relationship is, I don't think you feel safe or able to say what your own needs are. Because that's what 7 of Wands is to me. It's standing up for your own needs. And this could be in a sort of social justice sort of way. This could be in a very personal way. In this context, it feels more of a personal relationship. I'm not even necessarily saying romantic, but some sort of personal relationship where someone's quite bullying and cruel. You therefore don't feel able to stand up for your needs, as you wouldn't, would you? Because this King of Swords is always going to cut you down with his words that he thinks are so correct and right, by the way, because this King of Swords divides everything into right and wrong and who's to blame. And, you know, just no. That's not how it is. Basically, your needs are wrong as far as this King of Swords. I'm very scathing about this figure. I do not like this energy for you one bit, Libra. If this isn't your reading, don't take it. Just it is obviously for who it's for. But the fact that you can't stand up for your needs, every time you stand up for your needs in this relationship, you get cut down by this King of Swords. That is telling you something. If you are unsafe to vocalise or express what you need from this relationship, be it romantic or whatever, it is not a safe relationship. It is not a relationship where any healing of any sort of heartbrokenness is ever going to take place. I'm sorry, this sounds really harsh. It's not. I've been with you about 20 minutes. Oh, I didn't write the thing down, that's why. Okay, I'll have to go back and write that down. Libra, I hope that made sense for you. That was your advice moving forward, the 7 of Wands. It's about a sense of safety. This sense of safety you are trying to find within this relationship is never going to exist, and you can build it outside of this relationship. And you maybe already have built it to a certain extent, but continuing to try and find it within this dynamic, I think the chances are vanishingly small. Bit harsh, sorry, I am the Queen of Swords. It comes out like this sometimes. Okay, Gemini. Thank you, Libra. I hope you're okay. Just remember, you don't need someone else to fix you. Okay. Thank you. Gemini, we're going to move on to you. 124.38. Gemini, how are you? Whew, I just need to take a bit of a breather after that Libra reading. It was quite something. Oops. Okay. Let's start you off with an oracle card. And relax. Gemini. What does Gemini need to know, please? What does Gemini need to know? Ooh, make the change. Yeah, give yourself a haircut. Go to the hairdressers. Dye it, chop it. There's something you want to do and it feels pretty irreversible and you're like, shit, should I do it? Well, as always with these readings, the way you react to what I'm saying and the way you react to what is written on these cards tells you a lot, okay? But I know I don't need to say that because none of you are stupid enough to just take what a card says and do it, right? This is not how we make decisions. We use this as a tool to get in touch with ourselves better and then make decisions. Okay, but it looks like you are considering doing something kind of radical, something kind of drastic, and it feels like it can't be reversed. We are all just stardust. Yeah, so it feels massive and radical, but at the same time, it's like, well, this feels quite Buddhist, actually. It's kind of like, well, what the fuck ever? What's the worst that can happen? Like, it's kind of humble. This energy is kind of humble. It's like, I am the most tiniest speck in the universe. You know, really, I am so little importance in the universe. And I don't mean that in a bad way, like you aren't worthy or anything, but it's kind of this playoff between like how we can get so focused on like which direction to go and what decision to make. And then on the other hand, it's like, well, whatever, like seriously, like in the grand scheme of things, it's that kind of energy in it. In the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? It's a good energy to move forward with, I think, because it's quite full energy. It's quite free and childlike and exploratory, and I like it. I like this Gemini. Okay, what's Tarot got for you then, Gemini? Anything else, please, Gemini? Oh, releasing the burden. I love it. Releasing the burden. I don't know. I love how these two energies play off against one another. You've got the cutting the hair, and you know, when you've got real long hair, it weighs you down. I didn't get much cut off when I went. I just couldn't. You may literally be decluttering or something like that, like throwing stuff out. There's some sort of a release of burden here, and it feels quite dramatic to release it. But then on the other hand, but it brings you freedom. But then on the other hand, it doesn't even feel dramatic anyway, because it's like, well, we're all just tiny specks of dust, whatever. Okay, Page of Pentacles. It's allowing you to move towards something new, to invest in something new, releasing this burden, metaphorically chopping your hair off and releasing this weight that's pulling you down. It's allowing you to steadily move towards something new. Literally, you could be starting a new course of study. It's a card of the apprentice. You or someone you know, perhaps a child, is starting an apprentice. Now, obviously, if they are starting an apprentice as a hairdresser, we have a very literal interpretation going on. And don't think that doesn't happen, because it does, Gemini. It happens. It happens. Okay. Anything else for Gemini? Anything else for Gemini, please? Two Pentacles. I keep getting this. Oh, there's that Fool energy. Yeah, more kind of learner, apprentice, student energy. This is more student. That's more apprentice. You know, this is more intellectual. This is more hands-on. What two energies of that? This has been a common theme throughout these readings, where I've been like, yes, you're moving forward. You've made the decision. You're releasing this. You're doing that, and then I'll get like some sort of Two of Swords or a reverse two or a reverse Lovers, and it's like, oh, right, but you're not so sure after all. This has come up repeatedly in these readings, which is very interesting. It's like, but you're worried you're being reckless. That's what it is. You're worried you're being reckless. Fool in reverse is reckless. You're worried cutting your hair off, whatever that represents metaphorically for you, is in fact reckless. Well, that makes sense, isn't it? It's like you're flitting between this. And in a sense, this is a little bit reckless, I suppose. Just fuck it, you know, we're just a speck of dust. Really, what are the consequences of my actions? What the fuck? What the fuck does it matter? Yeah. And you're like, no, that's reckless. There's no way to behave. It's about balance, isn't it, my loves? It is about balance. You know, you can see he's trying to juggle, he's trying to balance. It is about that balance between those two energies, because Fool energy is wonderful to embrace. It really is, and I'd already mentioned it before it came out, but sure, the shadow side of it is that if you do go too far with that energy or too far into that energy, it can become a bit reckless. But I think you're okay. I think you're balancing it out okay, because you recognise the release that this is giving you. And I don't think you can underestimate the release that chopping this hair off, metaphorically, is giving you. And I think the Page of Pentacles then bringing that energy to the table is quite a good energy to bring, because that's not reckless. Pentacles is never reckless. Come on. It's diligent and slow and prepared, and you know, you've got to find your own balance. But I think you're onto something with this knowledge of release and this kind of acceptance, really, of kind of all of ours insignificance in this whole universe, in this world. I guess just don't take it too far. I suppose the point at which you take it too far is when you potentially hurt other people. That's something that needs to come through with this reverse Fool energy. That's when we take it too far, isn't it? You know, in releasing our burdens, are we placing them on someone else? In being decisive and definitive and making that chop, like, can any harm come to anybody else? I don't think so, but maybe that's something for you to consider. Interestingly, we have the Page of Swords making that decision. So yes, this could be you moving towards a new course of study, by the way, or someone close to you, or something like that is going on here in your life at the moment. Could involve children. I've got 2 pages out. Children of yours could be starting something new, an apprenticeship or a course. Maybe your last child is flying the nest. How random, I don't know. Maybe framing that as a, reframing that as a reverse 10 of Wands feels a bit harsh to you, but also maybe it feels kind of true. Raising children is not easy work. I don't know, I'm getting this flying the nest feeling. It could be you that's flying the nest, I don't know. It's like, should I do this? Should I do this? Yes. Yes, because life without risk is pointless. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that made sense to you. Let's move on to my lovely Pisces, 13323. Pisces, how are you? Let's get these oracle cards from Gemini reading back in place. Oh, kitty cat, dog kitty cats. What do you want? Do you want a Sacred Forest oracle, or do you want to believe in your own magic oracle? I'm going to go Sacred Forest. Pisces. Yeah, I'm going to go Sacred Forest. I'll just get those a bit shuffled first. Alright, let's see what the Sacred Forest has got for you, Pisces, as to kind of your overall energy, to set the tone of the reading. What have we got for you? What have we got for Pisces, please? Oh, hello? The universe don't want to give you nothing. Oh, there we go. Passage. That feels kind of serious, actually. Number 40. No wonder it took a while to come out. I don't know. I mean, we're not talking Tower serious, but feels like 3 of Wands. It feels like 3 of Wands from this deck. Feels expansive. Sorry, I just got to do this, Pisces. Yeah, there we go. Feels like that. It's like a... Is there 3 pillars? 3 main pillars. Don't know, it's the colours in the sky, I guess. It's that feeling of expansion. Let me get another oracle card for you. I think it doesn't feel very stable at the moment. It feels a bit chaotic, but it's a number 40, which reduces to 4, which is a sense of stability. God, that red is so vivid. But it's, I don't know. This is chaos, right? This sky is chaos. These standing stones are very firm and stable, aka the number 4. There's a weird clash of energy in this card, and I don't know what's going on with it. Anything else for Pisces? You've got 2 more cards, fair enough. Prosperity. Spirit, Guardian of Autumn, letting go. More red. I think Pisces. I feel like the chaos is in the not letting go. There's a lot of passion tied up to what you're being asked to let go of, hence that red dress. The red of that red dress, that passion is tied up to something you're being asked to let go of. Any abundance that should be yours is blocked until you let go of something. Oh, this is a difficult reading, Pisces. I've done good up until now. I've not hit any walls up until now. What is it that Pisces needs to let go of? What is it that Pisces needs to let go of, please? Queen of Pentacles, reverse. 2 of... God, the amount of 2 of Swords in these readings, I tell you. Let go, comfort. You've been asked to get out of your comfort zone. I think your comfort zone is quite tied to logic, lists, pros and cons. Don't know why I said that. You might be the type of person who writes lists. You might be the type of person who makes a decision via a pros and cons list. I mean, you're a Pisces. That would seem a little odd, but maybe you've been trying to do that recently. I don't know. Something about your comfort zone, possibly even your home space, your literal home space. I think you're being asked to be more adventurous and get out of your home space. I'm just sitting here basically telling Pisces to get out more. Get out more, Pisces. I don't know. It comes through as it comes through. It's like there's a whole world out there for you to explore, Pisces, and there's a barrier to you exploring it. So what's the barrier to Pisces exploring? What's the barrier to Pisces exploring? Chariot. Yes, well, that ought to be quite an exploratory energy, but you feel pulled in 2 directions. You feel pulled in 2 directions. The past and the future. One of the directions that you're being pulled towards, which I believe is past. You're being pulled towards the past. That's what you're being asked to let go of. You almost feel more control in that past energy. Better the devil you know. Better the devil you know. So how can Pisces let go of that? How can Pisces let go of that? 8 of Pentacles, that's you perfecting your own craft. That's you in an independent energy. That's you not losing sight of yourself. Page of Pentacles again, that practicality. You've got a lot of pentacles out, Pisces. Diligence, hard work. I feel like that Page of Pentacles makes more sense. Upright. New as opposed to old. Queen's more established than the Page. You're being asked to let go of something that's more established, that represents your comfort zone. In favour of embracing something new. This is a weird reading. There's lots of abundance and prosperity available to you down that path. I had similar for Taurus, where it felt like a very binary choice or something, and then this... Or the message was that it wasn't such a binary choice or something like that, and then this does feel like more of a binary choice, and it feels more correct for you to even conceptualize it in that way somehow. It's almost like you need to let go of this past energy in order to move forward. I don't know, whereas it's not come through quite that same way in other readings, but who cares? That's other readings. I don't even know why I'm saying it. Apart from sometimes I have to ramble to get to the point. If you've been here before, you may have noticed that. Hi. It's the way I read. It's the way I roll. Definitely when you let go of... All I can say about what you need to let go of is it represents a comfort to you, and it represents something that you know. So I think it's something that you've been mired in for a long time, whether that's a relationship or a job, I don't know, but it's not serving you anymore. And yes, it's very comfortable to you in some ways. Anything else? Let me just see if I can find anything else out about that. Anything else about this Queen of Pentacles in reverse for Pisces? Six of Pentacles. Oh, God. God, it feels like it really meets your needs for, like, financial and environmental comfort. And you... I mean, I will say greater prosperity is available to you elsewhere, but... part of why this is your comfort zone is to do with kind of feeling comfortable financially, but you're very much being pulled towards investing in yourself. Oh, you might want to watch my readings that I've just done on investing in yourself. That you specifically, you might want to watch the Pisces reading on investing in yourself, because that's the direction you're being pulled in with this Eight of Pentacles, but it requires you to get out of your comfort zone and leave this behind. I'm just trying to see what the negatives are in this that it's telling you to let go of, but it may not be that there are any negatives of it. It may just be that it's quite comfortable. You might find it quite boring. You might find it quite boring. And you think there's greater excitement available to you. Maybe you have to let go of parts of it. You know, maybe this isn't leaving a relationship or leaving a house or whatever. Maybe it's letting go parts of it. It's up to you, isn't it? If you can balance letting go of parts of it with moving forward and investing in yourself, then that's it. You've done it. You've done it. But maybe there's not enough room for manoeuvre here for you to just leave parts of it behind. It depends what this situation is, which is why I'm trying to get more on it for you, but I don't feel I'm succeeding. But you know what it is, Pisces. Anything else? Anything else? A Magician. The more I pull on this, the more I think this energy that you're leaving behind can be tweaked so that you don't have to fully leave it behind, but it's completely up to you. But you've got to let go of certain parts of it. It's the comfort part, it's the part of it that are so comfortable and predictable, I believe, that you're being asked to let go of. Because you want something new, you want to manifest something new. Novelty is a human need. Humans have the need for novelties. It's like you are seeking novelty. That can be characterized as bad. It's a perfectly normal human need. I guess it's about balancing it all out, isn't it? I don't know. I think I've probably given you all I can give you. Please let me know in the comments, Pisces, how that resonated with you. It was a bit of a curious one. I would definitely recommend checking out your Investing in Yourself reading. I think that's got something to offer you. Best I can do, Pisces, in the time allowed. I'm a nosy reader who likes to dig to get full and good messages, but we will leave it there. That's enough for you to go on until your Celtic cross, which will be in about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks. All right, Pisces, let's move on to Scorpio. 1, 4, 5, 15. Scorpio, how are you? I hope you're well. We're going to open with an oracle card. We may go Believe in Your Own Magic. We may go Sacred Forest. I think I'm going to go Believe in Your Own Magic for you. Don't know why. Scorpio. Maybe I'll go one of each. That'd be novel. I've not done that for anyone else yet. Yeah, let's do you one of each, Scorpio. Believe in Your Own Magic. Overall energy for Scorpio, please. Stars, you can manifest your every wish. Virgo had that. How are you going to do that, Scorp? Scorp? Can I call you that? Do you mind if I call you that? Hey, Scorp. So I've just done 10 readings and you're number 11. Hi. I may be a bit wired. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Dragonfly, spirit, change, stars, you can manifest your every wish. 12 and 5, those dates. 12th of May specifically may be of importance to you. 12 reduces to 3. 35. 3 and 5. Okay. So you want to make some changes, say, Scorpio. Is that it? Pertaining to what, I wonder? We shall get in with the tarot and have a look. I will say at the moment exactly what I said to Virgo, because there's a lot of there's a nighttime feel to both of these cards. You may be staying up quite late at night, which is what I said to Virgo. But I'm just saying it to you too because it's coming through. So you may find that is when you are just most active, when the world makes most sense to you. I happen to be a Virgo and I can sympathise with that energy, which, like I say, also came through on the Virgo reading. I love how she's in this library and there's like no ceiling, there's a sky instead. I just love it. Well, I say it's a library anyway. To be fair, she looks like she's on a bed, but it looks like some... Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? A library with a bed in it. Oh, that'd be so good. Why is that not a thing? If I had a massive mansion, that's what I'd do. Okay, change. You know, there's something in this change card about like reinventing yourself every day. Like, you know, don't put yourself in a box. You know, like dragonflies, they just flit about all over the place, don't they? They rapidly move and flit and... I feel you can do that, Scorpio. I feel like embracing that energy is not necessarily a bad idea for you. Just so yesterday you didn't wear bright red lipstick. Today you do wear bright red lipstick. Who cares? Who cares? Right. It's quite transformative though, that card as well. I mean, just say change, but you know, we've got these lotus flowers. They're very transformative. I do feel the dragonfly in and of itself is transformative. There's just quite an air of transformation about that dragonfly spirit energy. And then stars. So you're trying to manifest change, succinctly put, which succinct isn't exactly my strong point. But change. So what change is Scorpio wanting to manifest? 6 of Swords. Well, that just feels to me like a greater sense of peace, actually. A feeling of being able to relax, because in the 6 of Swords they're sailing away from something stormy and it's like they're seeking refuge. It feels quite sad often, to be honest, the 6 of Swords. And there is this feeling of seeking refuge. I feel like you have not quite found that space of refuge for yourself. You see, everything I say in these readings comes out for a reason. And I was banging on about a bed in a library, you know. maybe that would be a sense of refuge for you, because I was talking about it and that felt pretty amazing to me. And it's that amazing sense of like, I built this around me and I can relax in this environment. But also there's something about a kind of sense of emotional refuge, emotional safety. You can change things to bring that into your life, is what their cards are saying. What else is Scorpio trying to manifest? Queen of Cups came out right next to the Magician, actually, which of course is that energy of manifestation. What is Scorpio trying to manifest? What is Scorpio trying to manifest? Thank you. King of Wands. Ooh, growth. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Why is everyone getting the Page of Pentacles? Why? What else was Scorpio? The fire sign. You might be involved with a fire sign. This feels more like the strength of your ambition, though. The strength of your creativity, your will, charisma. You're pretty charismatic, hey, Scorpio? Use that. Fucking use that. Thank you. Just saying. This Seven of Pentacles has got me intrigued. One moment. Tell me more about this Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about this undecided. There's the idea here of growth tied up in the Seven of Pentacles. It's reversed. It feels kind of stagnant. It feels like something's not growing and you're in two minds about it. Seven of Pentacles, I'll show you it upright. It came out in reverse. It looks a bit fed up. And it's in reverse anyway. Something's hit a block with regards to its growth. It certainly doesn't feel in alignment with what you would like in your life, the changes you would like in your life, what you would like to manifest in your life. It doesn't feel like a bed in a library. It doesn't feel like an open air library. Or whatever feels good to you. I don't know. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good to you, and you're in two minds what to do about it. Although, let's face it, the first card that came out was the Six of Swords, which may... I'm going to say it does. I do feel like it relates to this situation, Scorpio. Because I'm just thinking of... I'm just seeing that ship. You see, we've got this ship on these stormy waters, and I was talking about moving away from stormy waters, and I know that's more of a punt and that's a ship, but I'm just feeling that this card is sucked into this Two of Pentacles and is right there, like the energy, and then this is the way I read. I won't let you be lost at sea. I won't let you be lost at sea. Okay, so yeah, you might want to look up Lighthouse by Philip LaRue. You might want to look up that song, I Won't Let You Be Lost at Sea. But you're in two minds. But the first card out was that Six of Swords. So contained within this lack of growth is a sort of storminess, a sort of rockiness. Tell me more about this storminess. Let me find out more about this storminess that Scorpio appears to be telling me they want to move away from. Tell me more about this storminess, please. The Chariot. But again, with the Chariot, I get this stuck energy. Because it's a chariot and it ain't moving forward. It's a stuck energy. And then the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a stuck chariot here, and it's stopping you being your best self. God, I hate saying that. It's so cheesy. But, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is someone working hard on their own craft in a sort of individual energy. And then the Queen of Pentacles is that person who sits back. The Queen of Pentacles is that person who's reached that place of safety and that place of refuge and sits back and is like, phew, okay, I've done all this to create all this abundance and safety around me, and I can just sit back for like 2 seconds and enjoy it. Thank you very much. You're being blocked from moving forward into that energy. This Six of This boat in the Six of Swords is blocked from moving forward. They feel the same. They feel the same. What? I don't feel I answered my own question of what you're trying to move away from, though. Well, you're trying to move away from not being able to focus on yourself in the way that you'd like to. There's something about an energy here that you want to move away from, and you feel like you can't fully concentrate on your own craft, whatever that is, whilst this is in your energy sideways. It's like it's in your energy, but it's unresolved. I don't know. And it's stopping your focus. This is someone who's very focused on their own craft, but like, I feel like you're being prevented from being focused there. So, I done all right on these readings, and I've got to the water signs, and you're all wishy-washy. Sorry, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I might just bust some charms out at this point. I don't know what to ask that's useful for you, and that is my whole thing. I try to ask useful questions. You're in two minds about stepping away from this growth, but ultimately you want to step away from something that's not growing. It's not growing. It's stormy at the same time. It's like stagnant and stormy at the same time. How does that make sense? I don't know, but that's the way it's coming through. Moving away from it is on your mind, and there's actually quite a lot of ambition and ideas and creativity tied up with that whole thing. Like, it's like when I get to this place of refuge, I can fully embody this King of Wands energy, this creativity, this ambition, this drive in me that I know I've got, but somehow I'm not quite using it to manifest what I want to manifest at the moment. Manifestation is a whole interesting topic. I try not to get too new age about it. And then, what you're trying to leave behind. Part of the storm of what you're trying to leave behind is a stuck energy. This Chariot feels like a stuck energy, and it's stopping you focusing on yourself. I've just basically said everything I've already said, but I just kind of felt the need to kind of summarize it all and try and make sense of it. Why is this Chariot stuck then? What can unstick this Chariot? Because I feel like it releases you somewhat from this stormy, stagnant energy. If we can release this Chariot it's like this, it's in two minds, but it's also like this, is stuck. Sorry, it's like that. How do we release this Chariot? How do we get this Chariot moving, baby? We need to get this Chariot moving for Scorpio. How do we get this Chariot moving for Scorpio? A Six of Wands. Six of Wands often does feel like mini Chariot energy to me. Anyway, is that a thing? I think it might technically be a thing, but I'm not always the most technical reader. I do think Six of Wands maybe one of those technical things where, anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, that's momentum. It's momentum and motivation and movement forward, but it's also stuck. It's not. I love it when tarot does this. It's like you're asking the question, why is it stuck? Why is it stuck? And the tarot comes back to you, yeah, it's stuck. I'm like, yeah, I know it's stuck. That's why I was asking. Can you give me some more? I mean, we can only get what we can get. Like, you maybe aren't meant to know. I'm maybe not meant to know. I'll try and draw one more card for you. Sometimes it's confirmation. Sometimes it's like, no, shut up, Natasha. Why is this Chariot stuck? A reverse King of Pentacles. Someone's very invested in their surroundings. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. All these bloody cards are coming out sideways. Nothing's clear. Everything's flip-flopping. This King of Pentacles himself, whoever he is, he feels a bit stuck. Very invested in the environment, in his pentacles, in real life shit. This chariot is not going to move until the universe deems it appropriate. I've got to say it. It's divinely guided. It just feels divinely guided. It just doesn't feel like the time for it to move. When will be the time for it to move? I'll try and get a time check for you, but we may, if we don't get an answer that's in the relatively soon future, it just may be beyond the scope of this reading. You can't really go very far ahead in tarot. When might this chariot start moving? Whatever the hell that means to you. When might this chariot start moving? When might this... what's that? Eight of Wands. Okay. Yes, there is definitely scope for it to move. Definitely. 8 days. I don't know. I don't think that was it. It was just confirmation that the wheels of this chariot are... The brakes are going to be released at some point. This energy is going to become unstuck. You're going to move... You're going to find the whatever to move away from this stormy stagnation. When the Wheel of Fortune, you couldn't make it up. It's going to happen when the universe says it's going to happen. I'm sorry. There's no point me digging anymore. It is so divinely fucking guided, I can't even tell you. A Temperance, a Wheel of Fortune. Final advice for Scorpio then. Let's go to the Witches. Final advice for Scorpio. Final advice for Scorpio. 4 of Cups. High Priestess in reverse. 2 of Swords. Oh God, every single bloody sign's getting the 2 of Swords. Sometimes I find that energy very difficult. Yeah, okay, well, this... feels like stagnation again. Stagnation. You're hiding something from yourself. You put your own disappointment in something underneath a kind of moon, energy. It's a sort of in a sort of denial. You're hiding it from yourself. Two of Swords, the blindfold. So you're sort of being asked, what are you not being honest with yourself? That's sort of the advice moving forward. That's what's coming out. What are you possibly not being honest with yourself? And to me, that 4 of Cups goes back to that 7 of Pentacles. I'm linking those two energies together because this feels very stagnant and therefore disappointing. And then this is a card of disappointment. Okay, that's been about 15 minutes for you, Scorpio. So I am going to leave it there. I hope there was something useful in that reading for you. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, full Celtic cross for you in about 2 weeks. And thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Let's move on to the final sign. Yes, I'm joyful, I'm ecstatic. I can go and eat a sandwich after this. 202. I deliberately didn't do love readings because I thought, no, the love readings take too long. I'm going to do general because then I'll be able to keep them shorter, and then I didn't keep them shorter. Cancer, how are you? I do hope you're well. I am going to start off with an oracle card for you. Scorpio had one of each. And actually, to be honest, it made for a very difficult reading, but maybe that's just Scorpio. I'm not going to do one of each for you. I'm going to go... Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Oh, I'm going to go Believe Your Own Magic is what I'm going to do for you. It's always nice to open with an oracle card. It kind of sets a different tone for the reading. Normally, I would say the use of oracle cards sets a kind of lighter tone for the reading, but it's not really panned out that way. I've had some quite difficult readings. Cancer, though, I think the last reading I did for you, which was about investing in yourself, which is probably actually coming out now as I'm recording this at 2 o'clock-ish on a Monday afternoon, on a Friday afternoon, I would say that last reading was quite nice, actually. I rather liked it. Let's see what we get for you today, though. I'm not pulling with any particular intent today. We will get what we get. Cancer. Let's set the tone for Cancer, please. General overview, general vibe. Oh, Virgo had that. I love it. 11 reduces to 2. Paint the sun back into your sky. This is about you being in union with yourself. Hence the relevance of the 2. Taking responsibility for your own happiness, frankly. And it's also about self-expression. in any way you please, whether that's you dyeing your hair blue, whether that's literal painting, whether that's the clothing that you wear, whether that's tending to your garden in the way you see fit, whether that's tending to your home, decorating your home in the way you see fit. So many actions in our day-to-day lives are opportunities for us to express ourselves, and I do feel that, like with Virgo, Cancer, you are being encouraged to embrace every single fucking opportunity you can lay your hands on. Put that bright red lipstick on if you fucking feel like it. Anything else for Cancer? Oh, hello. Oh, swim away from this situation. Libra got that. Maybe a situation that is not serving you, my loves, that you need to get rid of. I'm trying to remember now what came up in your... Come on, darling, because it makes it hard. Right, let's find out about more this situation that it looks like you're being asked to move away from. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What is Cancer being asked to move away from? If it's not yours, don't take it. Whatever resonates, resonates. You'll know. You'll know. Tune in with yourself. Your reaction to what I'm saying is more important than what I'm actually saying. Okay? If this doesn't apply to your life, then it doesn't apply to your life. You may already have swam away from this situation. I don't know. Swim away and dye your hair blue. Okay, what's this situation in this shark card, please, for Cancer? Page of Wands. Yeah, okay. Someone who's maybe emotionally not as mature as you. Can I just say I love it when this shit happens? I just love it. Okay. They promised you the sun. Someone's promised you the sun. Someone's promised you happiness. This Page of Wands has promised you happiness, and you're being advised to swim away from them. Because they ain't everything they're cracked up to be. They're not emotionally savvy. You're Cancer. You need someone emotionally savvy. Emotions, you make decisions from your heart, I believe, a lot of you. You know, if we're going to be stereotypical. And my astronomy's a bit shit, but... yeah, you probably quite like swimming in their waters, Cancer, because you are very empathetic, and their waters may have a certain attraction for you. Maybe you feel like you've got something to offer them in terms of fixing them. They can fix themselves, of course. I just feel like they are emotionally underdeveloped, especially compared to you, Cancer. Apart from I feel like they're exploiting your one weakness. Well, no, we've all got many weaknesses. But they are certainly exploiting a weakness of yours, which is some sort of over-responsibility towards their emotions, because I don't see them taking responsibility for their emotions, because they're turning up as a page, and you're more than a page, Cancer. Let's just get your energy in this entire situation. How is Cancer showing up in this situation, please? The Magician. You've got it all. You've got it all, basically, Cancer. The Magician has it all. The Cups, the Wands, the Swords, the Pentacles, and that's you. You've got it all. They're just coming along with a bit of Wands. You know, this may be quite a passionate sexual connection. This may not be romantic. By the way, it could be any type of relationship, but if it is sort of a romantic relationship, they could be quite keen on offering you the Wands, i.e. sexual energy, and not much else. Certainly the emotional investment on their part, I'm not feeling it. There is a certain freedom in this connection. There is a certain freedom in this connection, and maybe you've not... There is a certain attraction in this connection, and I do feel it's linked to this sun energy, and maybe you feel quite liberated within this connection in a way that you haven't before, but I don't think that liberation is going to feel like liberation for long. It's almost like their lack of emotion actually feels quite liberating towards you in an odd way. Because it feels safe. In a way, it feels safe. In a way, when they emotionally shut down, it feels safe and familiar. Yes, it almost feels familiar to you. So in a sense, you can be that kid on that horse. It's like, ah, this is it. I feel good. I don't think, yeah, you may feel good in the moment. I don't think it's going to give you, the sun is fleeting, I'm going to say. It's not a star, it's a sun. I think they can bring you a sort of fleeting happiness, and it's sort of based on a kind of familiarity with this energy of, you know, because this is quite exciting and fun and possibly sexual. But there's no lasting emotional connection here, and I think that's why you will eventually choose to swim away from this situation. This is not coming through as such a strong warning as it was in the Libra reading. Oh my god, that was crazy. I mean, maybe check out that Libra reading if you've got Libra in your chart. That was a much stronger warning. This to me feels like something you, oh, that sounds awful, that you are playing with at the moment and exploring. And I don't mean playing with in a manipulative, awful way, but you're sort of testing your own waters in a way. You're like, okay, well, let me see if this can work for me. And there's nothing wrong with seeing if something like that can work with you. But ultimately, I think the answer is going to be that this doesn't work for me, because I want something that involves all the elements. And really, this person is only offering me kind of, you know, a lot of excitement. I don't think the cups are there from this person. Let me see if underneath, let's see what's underneath this Page of Wands. What's underneath this Page of Wands? Probably make a tit of myself. Yeah, well, yeah. A reverse Six of Pentacles. They're not interested in something reciprocal and equal. No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, I feel vindicated now, because I second guessed myself and I thought, am I being a bit harsh on this Page of Wands energy? But desire. There's a lot of desire there. I mean, if you want to play with that, then that's up to you. I don't think I don't understand the appeal, but if you are hoping for an emotional connection here, I don't believe you're going to get it. I don't. It might be exciting for a bit, and it, in a way, it might be quite liberating, and I want to say sexually liberating. There may be something there that it may unlock something new like that, but ultimately I think you're going to be left feeling quite out in the cold, because ultimately I think I'm looking at a Cancer who desires that emotional connection, and I just don't think it's there. But also, to a certain extent, it does feel a little bit like the Libra read, in that they are thinking they can paint the sun in your sky, when you know full well you are capable of doing that for yourself, by yourself. All right. The sun's come out twice. I felt I had to say that. Yeah, because your needs aren't going to be met. Seven of Wands is all about needs being met. This came up in the Libra reading as well. Seriously, if you've got Libra in your chart, you do need to check that reading out and just see how it resonates with you. Don't take it as hard and fast advice. I don't recommend that for any of my readings, but just listen to how you are feeling in response to what I'm saying. It will tell you so much. There's going to hit a point where you're going to have certain needs within this connection, emotional needs, I'm going to say, and they're not going to be met by this other person. I don't feel this person's capable of them. No, because they're very held back. They're very held back. However, it does feel very exciting. Yeah, I get it. I get it. They overthink. They doubt. Any feelings they feel, they crush with swords. They crush with logic. I don't think this is a very emotionally available person you're dealing with, and that is why you're being asked to consider, just asked to consider this. You're going to reach this conclusion by yourself fairly soon, I think, Cancer. Wowie! I'm going to leave it there. Oh, I don't need to write anything down. Thank you. Like the video, subscribe, and all that jazz if you got anything out of it. I really appreciate your support. Yeah. Let me know in the comments how it resonated for you, Cancer. Full Celtic Cross for you in about 2 weeks. I'll see you later. Bye.